Hey everyone, Brandon here, and welcome back to another loot box. God, I did it again. This is my second take of recording this, for recording the beginning, and I call it loot box again. Welcome to another thing of me opening my indie box, which, again, I already know what the game is. I don't know what the stuff that's coming with it, because I actually don't know much about this game. I'm gonna open it, but, because, I want to show you guys what kind of stuff is in here and stuff like that. So the game is Wasteland 2. I own the first one, and I don't know, I still don't have any clue of how to actually play it. Oh, don't look at that, that's right, because it shows me what's in the box, which I don't want to know exactly. How did I open this last time? Oh, nice. It worked this. This is very useful. I got it from my job, and it's a box cutter, and very useful for, everything. So, one thing about IndieBox is, for those of you who don't know, their next ones coming out are going to be larger boxes than this, because they want to take and make it to where they have more room for more stuff. So that's awesome, honestly, to me, because I love getting stuff, and this is a lot of really cool, unique stuff. 1 second, actually, come to think about it, it's a bit dark, I was realizing. Yeah, so the light that you're seeing reflecting right here is coming from my light that I generally use for my face cam when I was recording with my face cam. It chews through batteries super quickly because of how bright I need the light to be. So let's get to opening this. Oh, actually, back. Explore in the all-new, enhanced, and expanded version of the critically acclaimed Wasteland 2. Deck out your Ranger squad with the most devastating weaponry this side of the Fallout zone. Test the limits of your strategy skills and bring justice to the wasteland. The choices are yours, but so are the consequences. Director's cut, overall graphics with fully redone character and level art. Voiceover expanded with tens of thousands of lines, and a huge reactive story with hundreds of choices at your disposal and 80 to 100 hours of gameplay. No two players will have the same experience. Your squad, your way. Don't feel you like finding the key for the door? Pick the lock, bash it down with your boot, or just blow it up with your rocket launcher. That last one sounds like me. What do we do? Explosions. Oh, it's a limited edition thing. Oh, that's cool. Are the other ones? I never looked. I gotta look at that now, because actually that's kind of cool if they are limited edition stuff. I am one of those guys that I do like physical copies of stuff, but I also don't mind having digital. I like having digital as well, just because it's easy, it's at my disposal either way. What is this? Okay, I can barely read this right now. Welcome, recruit. If you're reading this, you're taking your first steps toward wearing the badge of the Desert Ranger. But let me assure you, you don't know your ass from your honey badger, and start at the beginning, or rather the end. The United States Citadel Star Station was meant not to be our final solution in the arms race with the Russian Soviet. Is that Bint? I can't actually. I can barely read this. some bright light behind it or something. This is very well worn, which is cool because it's meant to be, but it also makes it incredibly challenging for reading in a lower lit area. But 2 weeks before it became fully operational in March 1998, the Star Station sent some kind of distress signal, and minutes after that, the bombs started flying. There's no way to know what happened up there, but we do know what happened down here. Imagine what those men and women on the East Coast felt like when they saw the mushroom cloud rising and heard radio chatter about an attack and a war to end all wars. Most folks might have given up at that point, but the surviving American engineers and supplies, tools, army discipline, and most importantly, the will to survive. The engineers took over a federal prison in the Southwest, joined the forces with prison guard, and freed all the prisoners. Why? We still don't know. Maybe they figured the inmates would die out in the new harsh world. If so, they were surely mistaken. The killers did not just survive in the wasteland, they thrived in it, forming cults of murderers who throughout the years would return to attack the prison in an attempt to reclaim what they felt was rightfully theirs. I'm only halfway through this page right now. I noticed that there's numbers on the side to mark like lines, but it doesn't exactly follow the lines, which is kind of funny to me. Okay. But the engineers and the prisoners weren't the only ones that survived the end of the world. There were also plenty of regular folk, ranchers, farmers, miners, prospectors, and poor lost souls. Sadly, they made easy prey for the cultists and criminals. Now the engineers, safe in their prison fortress, could have stayed behind the walls, but they were honorable men and women, sworn to protect the people of the United States. So they stepped out of their fort and with blood, bullets, and bravery defended the survivors and their homes. And for that, the people of the wasteland gave them a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. About 75 years later is where I come in. Me and the other snobs posted recruits just like you with names picked to make us sound tougher than we felt. Hellraiser. That's an awesome name. Angela Death. Thrasher and Me. Snake Vargas. Oh my god. Those are some badass names, I will say. Those do make them sound really tough. At first, our missions were routine, but soon whispers started reaching us that something bad was happening in the wasteland north of Las Vegas. Something so bad it was scaring the raiders. So we headed into Vegas and met a crime lord by the name of Varun Brago. He told us about Base Croces, where a crazy computer with a grudge against humanity was pumping out a legion of death machines and preparing to take over the world. In our youthful arrogance, we figured blowing up the base and killing the crazed computer had saved the world, and we were heroes. And okay, maybe we were for a minute, but the wasteland doesn't stand still, and there's never just one threat. The world kept turning and villains kept being born, trying to ruin the rest of us. But the fact that you're reading this and are to go out on your first assignment means the heroes keep being born too, and for that I thank you. Thank you for your loving the world enough to want to protect it. Thank you for having the courage to stand up and face injustice, and most of all, thank you for carrying the name, traditions, and values of the Desert Rangers. General Vargas. I'm sorry about leaving nothing on the screen, but there's no way I could read it here. Actually, in some ways, this is a little bit easier. Well, you guys couldn't read it anyways. It's, like, tough for me to read it. If you guys could read it, then, my God, you have better eyesight than me. And quite possibly better everything. Okay. Wasteland 2. Director's cut. Basically saying the same thing there. Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh man. It's a little badge for me to wear. I actually can't wait to look at that more. I'm gonna find some place to put this, just like with my Hue. My little Hue, which is still super adorable. My God. Oh, it's a map. Oh, that's really cool, but like really tough on my hands right now. Because they use that paper that I don't know how to put it other than like, it has this feeling like it's like paper's coming off in your fingers. For those of you who know what that means. But my hands are like messed up from work, so trying to open this thing is like rather tough. Oh, map of Los LA and a map of Arizona. That's cool. I'm gonna put this away before I look at it too much because I don't want to like, I kind of want to go into, I don't know, I'm weird. I like going into games blind generally. Sorry, I want to put this back in the bag so I'm not tempted to look at it more. I generally like going through a lot of games blind just because it's like you get the full experience that the person making the game had intended for the most part. But like there's also challenges with going in blind. Ooh, this is a nice cloth. Okay. Well, this is gonna be tough to show to you guys. So, here's half of it, roughly. And continuing onwards, I do not know how to work with this because this is far larger thing than... I actually have no idea what this is supposed to be. Oh, it's a gas mask. It's a person wearing a gas mask. I don't know why that was so tough for me to see. I don't know, maybe it's because I saw the crazy hair and couldn't tell. Also, I'm looking at it upside down. Which, I should actually flip it around because I plan to flip it around in post so you guys see it from my angle and not from, like... Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see a gas mask now. I was trying to figure it out because I was really confusing. This is really nice, though. Like, I mean, I haven't gotten anything from them that's not really nice. So, let's look inside the box because I have my new indie box thing, custom thing. Oh my God, that's cool. With bullets and such. That's awesome. Installation disc and the soundtrack. I love getting soundtracks. I still haven't listened to the Hue soundtrack though, just because it's like one of those things of like I don't exactly want to like, well, not, there's nothing for me to not want to read it. Not, I mean listen to it. Skill odds. Huh. There's a lot to this game, strategy-wise. Quirks. Honestly, the first game kind of went way over my head when I started playing it because it just kind of throws you in there. and without any sort of knowledge, like a booklet like this, I just went, what? And died in like the first 10 minutes. Which is not surprising considering how I tend to end up doing that anyways. But yeah. I might do a recording of this. I'm fairly certain I won't do an entire series because I know that that's going to be like tough for me just because that's a lot of time. My Hue playthrough, I played that game for 6 hours because the last episode just went up like technically yesterday at this point, but to me today, because I had recorded all of you at once. So I had actually recorded all 6 hours or whatever that entire series is, all in one day. I stayed up way later than I should have. I played it from 6 a.m. to noon, basically. Then I went to sweet sleep, woke up like 5 hours later, and then went about my day again. Whatever. This was a really cool one. I like the badge a lot. I love the little things, like stuff like this. Especially for games I know very little about. Like this little note that you get is really nice, and then that badge looks really good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the booklet. Let's find out what it has to say. Oh, it's a gas mask bandana. Okay. It's kind of what I thought it might have been. Because, like, the cover... Okay, not that cover, but the cover of the box. 1 second. Shows them wearing... Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, well, there's no showing bandanas on it, but, like... I just know the whole Desert Rangers thing just kind of makes sense with bandana. Okay. Matrix, dot matrix print. A lot has changed since the first bomb dropped all those years ago. But don't worry, this print has all the info you need to get you sped up on the history of Wasteland. Desert Ranger badge. Desert Ranger's badge. Shows your allegiance to the honorable men and women that filled the ranks of the Desert Rangers with your very own badge. No. I'm so tired right now. Wasteland roadmap. It's easy for a new recruit to get lost. Fortunately, we've included a roadmap that details the landmarks and loot caches for both Arizona and Los Angeles. This bandana is adorned with the Desert Ranger's most trusted combat medic. Pills, it might... Oh, his name is Pills. That's kind of funny. It might keep the desert sand out of your mouth, but General Vargas advises you to find additional protection from the radiation fields. Okay. These are always so cool because I know they send me things telling me what the game is. I get an email about it like, your game has been shipped. This is the game for this month. Okay. I really like finding out what little things come with the game. Because that's all the mystery to me. Because like I knew about the game. I know generally a little bit about the game because I've tried playing the first one. But like I think it's really enjoyable to me to not know much about the games and stuff like that, so as to like just be like, oh, I have no idea what I'm getting in this loot box. I can't wait to find out. Hue, I already kind of knew a little bit about because of the Yogg's Cast Jingle Jam, which I wound up paying the $30 to be a part of early on, so I got like every game, and one of them was Hue, which was a beautiful game. I can't even explain how beautiful it was. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and make a video of this. At least one. And I don't own this game either, which means that, like, that's going to be a completely new thing as well. Not that Hue wasn't, because I hadn't played it before then, but, like, the moment I started, I could not stop. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy, like, finding out, like, these, anyone who's actually watching who like enjoys like that randomness of not knowing. That's also the reason I don't tell you guys, is because like right at the beginning what the game is because then the game's a surprise to you if you don't have this or don't know what it is, and then the items inside are new to you, just as they are to me. So yeah, I don't know. I like unboxing stuff because it's kind of cool just to know what's coming in. Like, it's like, I have no idea what's in this. I can't wait to find out. I never can. Like as you guys know, my birthday's in February because I did a video on it, and like I was like, okay, maybe this will come in before my birthday. I got it in today, and it is March 3rd. So, they don't exactly come in, like, in their months exactly, but, you know, that tends to happen when you want to make sure people can, like, buy into it and be able to get it without having to worry about that stuff. Anyways, I've been recording for over 20 minutes just doing this, but most of it came from just reading that page because, my god, I need something for my eyes almost at that point because of that. So, as I was saying, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day.